The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
Down to our second game of the night and still live from the Mandaluyong City College of Science and Technology. Welcoming back the Pcgg Guardians, finally returning to action after a long layoff. Last game being back in February 18. This time around, they take on the surging Pao-Defenders fresh off a statement win over the NBI Sharpshooters. Will the Pcgg Guardians shake off their rust and make an immediate impact, or will the Pao-Defenders get another W? Taking a look at J. Art Haduka in their last loss versus the NBI Sharpshooters. 14 points, 6 out of 12 from the field, 50% shooting for him, and go along with 14 rebounds and 5 assists para kay Haduka, really stuffing the stat sheet in that game. And then on the other end, the floor general of the Pao-Defenders, Michael Castillo, or Mike Castillo as he's better known. But he can shoot the lights out from the outside. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. Was on triple-double watch in their last win versus the NBI Sharpshooters. Taking a look at our game at hand, it's the Pcgg Guardians going up against the Pao-Defenders. And a hello and welcome to all the basketball fans watching out there. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes as my analyst, and Coach Anton, we're finally down to it, our main event of the night.
Main event indeed. Good evening everyone. Salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsunod ng Sinag, Liga, Asya, DOJ Interagency Secretaries Cup. Good to be working again with you, Aaron.
And it's not just Coach Anton and I. For this team, also joining us as our third member, Miss Flo Delagua, gonna be our courtside reporter. For today, you're gonna hear a lot more from her later during the game. Pero ngayon, pag-usapan natin our social media pages at Facebook and Instagram at Sinag Liga Asya. Go ahead, hit that like and follow button, and then when you're done with it, at Sinag Liga TV on YouTube and TikTok. Kaya naman, Coach Anton, pag-usapan natin our team standings, taking a look at how all the teams are doing in this tournament so far.
You still have the Bucor Safekeepers at 7-0, the BI Sentinels at 5-1, kasama dyan ang Pao-Defenders na maglalaro, 5-1, streaking hot, NBI Sharpshooters at 5-3, DOJ Saviors at 3-4, LRA Titulados 2-4, Pcgg Guardians looking to up their win total, 1-4, 1-5 for the Patriots, at ang PPA Redeemers 0-7.
And talking about all of those teams, looking at our game story, Coach Anton, it's the flip side of the coin.
Flip side indeed, 5-1 para sa kabila, 1-4 para dito sa Pcgg Guardians.
So really on opposite ends of the standings for both of these teams. Pcgg coming off a loss against the NBI Sharpshooters. Meanwhile, the Pao-Defenders coming off a win naman versus the NBI Sharpshooters. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna be happening today. Kaya naman, let's give it over to our game announcer, Mr. Ram Valid, for the announcement of the starting lineups.
Good evening once again, via Sinag, and we're coming to you live inside the Mandaluyong City College Gym right here at the City of Mandaluyong. Welcome to SLA DOJ Interagency Basketball Tournament. This is presented to you by Sinag, Liga, Asya, and the Partner of Justice. Co-presented by Okada Manila and Hotel 101 Global. Catch live action at the Sinag Liga Asya official FB page and YouTube channel at Sinag Liga TV. Broadcast partners are Blast TV, Top Sports, and Cable Link. Powered by SLA Sports Production and Converge. Our last game for tonight is the battle between Pcgg and your Pao-Defenders. And now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for your Pcgg Guardians. Starting at guard number 41, Justin Hoxer. The other guard number 20, Jim Kapading. And forward number 6, J.R. Haduka. Also forward number 5, Rod Tomakita. And center number 3, Bon Mangilit. Pcgg Guardians led by Coach Marvin Bersalona. Assistant coaches are Lauren Armendi, Danny Likliken, Adel Estrellado, and Julius Balanay. And now, let's meet the starters for your Pao-Defenders. Point guard number 8, J.M. Castillo. Shooting guard number 10, Mike Baguan. And forward number 15, Eman Medina. The other forward number 2, Denver Lacanilao. And center number 19, Kirk Revoroso. Pao-Defenders led by Coach Ringo Jimenez. Assisted by Patrick Montemayor, Nino Bolafer, Tor Arthur Avila, and team manager Mr. Dimitir Huerta. Game officials are Dave Maligaya, June Peliganyo III, and Elgar Escaros.
Looking at the team starters, the Pcgg go with Kabading, Hoxon, Mangilit, Dumakita, and Haduka. Meanwhile, Pao has Baguiowen, Castillo, Reboroso, Lacanilao, and Medina. And a good evening and welcome to all the basketball fans watching on our live stream platforms. This is the final game of this Thursday evening. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton De Los Reyes and Miss Flo Delagua on the sidelines. And first, we look at this Pcgg Guardian squad, Coach Anton. Their last game being on February 18. And it was a loss against the NBI Sharpshooters. They only have one win in this tournament.
So looking to go up in the standings, they are currently at number 7. This Pcgg Guardian squad, points of emphasis, they need to make their free throws. They are at 35% in the tournament. That's last. And they need to also take note of their interior defense, only getting 1 block per ball game. That's again number 9. They need to force those turnovers, these are the Pao-Defenders, as they are number 3 in forcing those or getting those steals at 13 steals per ball game.
And you know, this Pao-Defender squad, they're really going to try and exploit their size advantage over the Guardians. But Coach Anton, we mentioned on the top of the broadcast, J.R. Haduka having a standout performance in their last one. But who else are we looking at to give us a show in today's game?
We're looking at Mark Balilla, 8.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per ball game. That's who we want to go and put on a show for today.
And a shot clock violation called on the Guardians. Sa kabilang panig naman, Coach Anton, wearing red right now. It's the Pao-Defenders coming off a big W over the NBI Sharpshooters. That was really a good one for them, boosting the morale of the squad.
And we all thought that that was going to go the side of the NBI, but the Pao Defenders with a great fight back towards the end to steal that ball game. They need the point of emphasis, control the boards. They are number 3 with 45 rebounds per game. They need to run as much as possible, getting 20 fast break points per game. They also need to take advantage of their size inside. Like what you mentioned, they are at 39 points in the paint per game.
And last time around, we covered the PAO Defenders. You mentioned Denver Lacanilao as your X Factor. Is it still going to be him today?
I want it to be Denver Lacanilao, but I'm going to put Roy Dizon this time. We're going to give him that chance to go and be the X Factor in today's game.
And Roy Dizon not starting out for Coach Ringo Jimenez in this first quarter. He opts to go for Lacanilao, and Lacanilao with an excellent game in their last one. Like we mentioned, 14 points para sa kanya, Coach Anton.
There you go, 14 points indeed. He was the X factor para dito sa Pao Defenders, making sure that he was going to make his presence felt. 6 out of 11 from the field, 54%, 66% free throw shooting, grabbing 12 rebounds, 4 assists.
Excellent game from Lacanilao. But we've got some news from courtside. Miss Flo Delago was able to talk to Coach Ringo Jimenez of the PAO Defenders. Go ahead, Flo.
Aaron and Coach Anton, kahit na malayo daw ang lamang ng kalaban in their last game, it was Coach Ringo who first believed that the Pao Defenders can still pull off the impossible. He told me earlier that his players proved to him how they can achieve anything as long as they put their minds to it. Kaya naman sa laro na ito, it will simply be an evaluation among the pool of players ng Pao kung sinong pipiliin ni Coach Ringo to be in that final list for the playoffs. May tryouts pala tayo today. Anong masasabi nyo, gentlemen?
And what an excellent showing from the PAO Defenders in their last one. If the tryouts is today, they've definitely showed what they could do in their last one, Coach Anton. A big comeback victory from them.
So they need to show out in this ball game para naman kay Coach Ringo malaman niya na kung sino talaga ang gagamitin niya sa playoffs.
Meanwhile, it was Hoxon, the three-point specialist, making it rain from deep. No good dito. Lacanilao boards it. The bounce, the steal. Kabading pushing. Forward pass. And they can't control it.
Had the right intention, had the right idea to go and push the pace. That was Haduka, J. Art Haduka underneath. Couldn't control that pass.
This time, Mike Castillo bounce it to the corner. Bagyoen. Back to Mike. Castillo looking for a friend. Reboroso offers the pick. Instead, it's to Bagyoen for the three. Too strong. Reboroso. And he gets called for the foul. Reboroso was the player of the game in their last one, Coach Anton. And we mentioned he struggled in that first half against Paul Reguera. But there's no Paul Reguera today, and there's no one as big as Reguera on the Guardian side.
I'm not gonna doubt that Kirk Reboroso is going to have another monster performance. He had 16 points in their last game, 17 rebounds. You can't get any better than that, talking about the numbers and the statistics for Kirk Reboroso.
Kabading pull-up tray, no. Reboroso boards it, and they give it to Castillo. Mike, right side, Lacanilao, driving in. And he's going to the line for two, Denver Lacanilao.
Not afraid of contact, Denver Lacanilao initiating that contact, getting that bump. Still able to go ahead and put that one up. Kinapos nga lang for that three-point play opportunity.
And a quick substitution for Coach Marvin Barcelona. The first one for his squad. Lacanilao on the line, making that first free throw.
And that game that they were able to win, as you see here, the supporters of the Pcgg Guardians in attendance for today.
And the Pcgg Guardians always with good support from their fans on the sidelines. Cross court, Hoxon up top, Kabading, they move that leather around the perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kabading dribble drive. Throws it up. No. Lacanilao forward pass. Baguioin against Dumakita. Reboroso goes in. Battle for the loose ball. Rebounded by the Guardians.
A great defense by Pcgg, making sure that they were going to stop that transition offense from the defenders.
Dumakita shoots it. Leaves it short.
Bit flat on that shot for Dumakita.
Mike leads the break. The pull-up pop. It's in.
There you go. How about that on-court wizardry by Mike Castillo.
And Mike Castillo extending that lead 8-3. The little man making it from the mid-range area. The lakas moment of the quarter brought to you by PACO. Right now it's a 5-point lead. 4 minutes and 17 in this opening period. And taking a look at this coach Anton Pao in that comeback win versus the NBI Sharpshooters.
Talking about a sweet escape. The defenders shooting 59% from the free throw area, 13 out of 22. NBI, 5 out of 11 rebounds, 63 for the defenders, 49 for the sharpshooters. Sa assist naman, 29 for the defenders, 26 for the sharpshooters, 40 points in the paint compared to 34 for the sharpshooters.
And really, no one expected them to win that game. Everyone in the court really thought na wala na yun. Pero in that third quarter, fourth quarter, that's when they started to get their rhythm.
And that was a great fight back for them. They came from behind. They kept at it. They did not give up. No quit in this Pao-Defender squad.
Hoxon can't get it to drop. Fresh 14. Kabading, that's a deep one. Hits nothing once again. Mike to push it up the court. Stops on a dime, gives it to Medina. No. Rebounded by the Guardians. Kabading. Right side. J. Art Haduka, the lefty. Going in and he gets pushed. J.R. Haduka heading to the line for two, and your X-Factor, Coach Anton, entering the game for the first time, Roy Christopher Dizon for the Pao-Defenders.
There you go. We want to see some of that razzle-dazzle, some of that showmanship from Roy Dizon.
Roy Dizon wasn't there in their last one against the NBI Sharpshooters.
Well, apparently they did not need him as Denver Lacanilao stepping up big time in that ball game.
And Flo Del Ago was able to mention earlier about the Pcgg Guardians na they're not complete right now because yung mga ibang teammates nila, yung ibang kasali sa team nila are still at the office.
And that's how hard that they're working, making sure that you've got guardians sa ating gobyerno.
Haduka, mid-range jumper, it's pure. And forcing the timeout from the Pao-Defenders. It's just down to a 2-point lead. And we take a look at Haduka with the lakas shot of the quarter, brought to you by Okada Manila. J. Art, mid-range money. And cutting it down to just 2 points. 8-6 is the score in this opening period. And looking at Pcgg in their last game versus the NBI Sharpshooters, this time naman, natalo sila versus NBI.
Pcgg in that ball game, 21 out of 63, 30% field goals, habang ang NBI naman 33 out of 76, 43%. 10 steals for the Guardians, 18 for the Sharpshooters, 24 points in the paint for the Guardians, 56 for the Sharpshooters. 9 points from turnovers for the Guardians, 28 for the Sharpshooters, 24 bench points for the Guardians, 47 for the Sharpshooters. At ito, fast break points, 9 para sa Guardians, 32 for the Sharpshooters.
Really got out-muscled and outran in that game were the Guardians, and it's been a struggle for them this season. And they're going to have their hands full against this Pao-Defenders squad. All the momentum on their side today. Meanwhile, Roy Dizon took it coast to coast. He's going to be heading to the line for 2 free throws. Just look at Roy Dizon using that size, using his power. But he can't get the free throw. Gets it back though. Dizon going inside once again, and you're loving the way that Roy Dizon is playing to start off this game, really just attacking every chance he gets.
I'm sure he wants to make up for that last ball game where he was not present. He's got to make these free throws. He came up empty in that last trip to the charity stripe.
Roy Christopher Dizon, 0 out of 3. To start off this game, you love the aggressiveness, but he has to make these free throws.
Seems to be that is his kryptonite, talking about the free throws. There you go.
Just like that, he heard you, Coach Anton.
1 for 4 this time for Roy Dizon.
Just a 3-point lead by the Pao-Defenders over the Pcgg Guardians. This time around, the Guardians have it to Haduka. Guerzon. The kick to Carlos. Not a lot of movement happening for Pcgg right now. Carlos, 5 seconds left. Someone's got to shoot it. It's a steal. Dizon gets it, and you know he wants to take it all the way. Goes in for Dizon. No foul is called. Carlos has it, and he's going to pull it out. Haduka. Back to Carlos, to the middle. Too strong. One more try, and this time they get it.
Second time's the charm para dito sa Guardians, getting the offensive rebound and the putback.
That was Burgos making the deuce. 50 seconds in this opening period. They hand it off to Mike. Castillo going for the spin. Driving inside. Too much traffic, the kick. The open look, Groyo, no. Chua Cheng, a signature shot para kay Chua Cheng, and that's what he does, stays active on the boards.
And you like that he gets that contact, still able to finish, getting his balance through that contact. Chua Cheng, look at that one more time.
Lakas move of the quarter, brought to you by PACO. Chua Cheng, offensive board, power dribble, and muscling it in. Just look at the build of Chua Cheng. Imagine that guy bumping into you, Coach Anton.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to go and imagine that. It hurts me just thinking about it.
And Chua Cheng free throws going to be tested, showing us the touch from the line.
Completing that three-point play opportunity. Chua Cheng, what a game.
4-point lead, 30 seconds left. Carlos three-pointer, he's got it. They cut it down. Single-point game. Castillo bounce it inside. Groyon for the deuce.
Great pass, great drive. Then the dish for Mike Castillo. Again, showing us some wizardry.
4 seconds left. Carlos, one-legged three-pointer, no. And that concludes it at the end of our first quarter. The Pcgg Guardians staying toe-to-toe with the Pao-Defenders. 14-11 is the score. It's just a 3-point lead by the Defenders. Take a look at this, Coach Anton, the first quarter highlights.
And you like what they're doing. They're swinging that ball around, getting that open look, getting those open shots. Talking about the Pcgg Guardians, but Denver Lacanilao together with Roy Dizon helping the cause of this Pao-Defender squad. Chua Cheng with that offensive rebound, absorbing the contact, getting that N1 play.
It's just a 3-point lead at the end of our first 10 minutes of action. 14-11 is the score.
J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Mas mataas man sila sa standings, mas sabik naman kami na maglaro. Yan ang mga salita ni Head Coach Marvin Bersalona ng Pcgg Guardians papasok ng laro na ito. He shared with me it may be a flip side match and it is a given how talented their opponents are. But he is confident that their consistent trainings during their long break will play a major role today to hopefully prove na minsan natatalo ang magagaling ng masisipag. All for now, air ng Coach Anton.
And thanks for that, Flo. Taking a look at the Pcgg Guardians only being down by 3 points, and they're still at it, Coach Anton. This is where they want to be.
You know what they mentioned there? Elimination game, 4 out of 14 in the first quarter field goals for the Guardians, 28%, 4 out of 12 para sa Defenders, 33%. And going back to what Flo had mentioned, natatalo daw ng masipag ang magaling. It's just the same saying, hard work beats talent.
Groyon stepping back. Oh, and a foul is called. It's going to be on Mangilit.
Cylinder foul on number 3 on Mangilit. That's his third personal foul.
Mangilit couldn't believe it, but nonetheless, going to be 3 free throws coming up for Kevin Groyon.
That rhymes, huh? Mangilit couldn't believe it.
Rhyming accidentally.
Yeah, spitting bars is my partner here, Aaron B.
Meanwhile, Kevin Groyon, one of the catch-and-shoot specialists of this squad. Kevin Crust Groyon only had 1 3 though in their last one.
Sporting that number 77, that's Luka Doncic.
Speaking of Luka Doncic returning to the Mavs in their game earlier.
Crying too.
Gave them 45 points.
You know, that was a nice game back for him.
Up top, Kabading, cross-court, Carlos, deflected. He still shoots it anyway, and he banks it off the glass.
Bank is open at 8:50 in the evening, almost 9 o'clock. Carlos getting it to go. That 3-2 defense para dito sa Defenders did not matter kay Carlos.
This time, D-zone. No, Chuacheng. Still off, one more time. Roy still struggling in this game. Ligayu on the ground. And one thing, Coach Anton, you love how D-zone is starting off this game. Every time he sees a hole in the defense, he tries to attack. But it's just not working for him right now. His shots are not falling.
Yeah, but sooner or later, head coach Ringo Jimenez there on your screen. Sooner or later, those shots are going to fall when you get those opportunities, talking about Roy D-zone.
Kabading, the kick, Espiritu. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kabading, the pull-up pop. Way short para kay Kabading. And one thing you're noticing from the Pcgg Guardians, that ball just moving around the perimeter, not really getting into the paint.
Well, that's something that they want to take advantage of. Their shooting. They are pretty adept at shooting the the three ball, and we talked about it. Taking those three-point attempts seriously are the Guardians because they cannot exploit the height of the defenders.
Carlos thinks about the three. Kabading throws it out. Espiritu driving in, throws it to D-zone. 3-on-1 fast break. Roy Christopher D-zone plus the foul.
Just too strong, too active is Roy D-zone.
Finally getting his first field goal of this game. The lakas moment of the quarter brought to you by PACO. That was Roy D-zone. Strong move.
Hoop the arm and a chance for more for Roy D-zone.
D-zone still struggling from the line though. Reboroso, no good on the putback. Battle for that loose ball, and Kabading as the last touch.
How about the hustle from these defenders, trying to get those offensive rebounds, chasing after those 50-50 balls. Roy D-zone doing everything today.
Still just a 3-point lead from Pao. Tajon, open corner. short. Barely grazing the rim right there. Forward Carlos. No numbers in his favor. He doesn't care. Rejected by Dizon. Mangilit facing the bucket. No. Dizon, here we go. Between the legs. Double teamed. And this time a foul called. Is it gonna be on Kabading?
Having foul opportunity, Jim Kabading. That's his third.
It is Jim Andre Kabading getting called for that foul, reaching in on Roy Dizon.
Cajon inbounds. Dizon bounce it. Reboroso flying in for the finish.
Easy bucket, nice pass, nice entry pass from Roy Dizon.
Kabading to Mangilit. Right side, Espiritu, catch and shoot. He's locked and loaded.
Julius Carlos.
Great shot, Espiritu getting that three-pointer to go.
Just a 2-point lead. D-zone. Bounce it, Reboroso. The penetration inside.
And you like what Roy Dizon is doing, getting to that sweet spot of Kirk Reboroso. Only had to get one dribble to be able to get in the paint and put up that shot.
Carlos, right side, Espiritu just hit a three from that spot. Back to Espiritu. The fake, the kick. Mangilit open. Chua Cheng boards it.
Only one attempt para dito sa Guardians. If they miss that shot, you know the defenders are going to gobble up that rebound.
Reboroso had nothing to do but the foul, and they didn't want to let him get another penetration.
14 fouls.
The Pcgg Guardians and Coach Marvin Barcelona want to talk things over. The score 23-19, taking a look at Reboroso. Getting hacked right there, and it's kind of dangerous on the shoulder, but luckily he is okay. Still anyone's ball game right now. 23-19. Saktong 5 minutes ang natitira dito, Coach Anton.
Yeah, but you like what's happening here with the defenders slowly trying to pull away in this ball game. You look at their Mike Castillo, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists, like we talked about. Triple-double watch against the NBI sharpshooters.
Kaya saktong-sakto naman, Ms. Flo Del Ago was able to get more information on Mike Castillo of the Pao-Defenders. Go ahead, Flo.
When I ask PCGG who they think is the most dangerous weapon of PAO, their answer is no other than attorney Mike Castillo. Paano ba naman double-double performance siya last game consisting of 10 assists, but attorney Mike isn't taking any credit. Produkto lang daw ito ng kanilang gelling after they won milestone after milestone. Despite this commendable performance, attorney Mike is still concerned about their momentum as he believes being on top is one thing and maintaining it is another. Back to you guys.
And Mike Castillo really in that last game gave us a lot of magic in that one and showed us a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
That was a triple-double watch like what we talked about it for attorney Mike Castillo. Hoping to see a lot more of that on-court wizardry for today's ball game.
25-19. Heavily contested Haduka. Bagyowen corrals it. Give it Tajon. Back to D-zone. Attacking inside. A tough angle. Denver Lacanilao gets the putback to go.
If you look at the rebound totals here para sa magkabilang koponan, PCGG with 12, the Defenders with 20, stamping their class on the rebounding end.
And Espiritu, another triple.
That's the second three-pointer for Espiritu in this ball game. What are they going to do to stop this man?
Reboroso trying to answer back. Can't get the roll. PCGG, they're only down by 5. To J. Art. Haduka. Left side, Espiritu, give it up. Inside the floater from Mangilit. Put back, no. Lacanilao double teamed. Bounce it, Reboroso. Give it up, Bagyoen. And then it's the D-zone. Oh, no! Missing the gimme is Roy D-zone. Tried to tap it off the glass, but just a little bit too much on that one.
Wasted opportunity on that transition offense for the defenders. Can't afford to have too many of those. You got to make those shots.
Shot clock, 14 seconds.
Mike to inbound. Gives it up inside. Reboroso. Easy finish.
Too easy underneath. Nice pass to be able to get the deuce for Kirk Reboroso.
Castillo with some positive impact immediately as he enters. Haduka this time trying to answer back, and he does just that with the foul.
Great move, great entry pass. What a shot, point blank. Can't miss for J. Art Haduka.
The lakas move of the quarter brought to you by Pagcor. Haduka receives it in that middle and does the rest. J. Art Haduka, the lefty, can't get the free throw to drop, but in their last one, 14 points and 14 rebounds with 5 assists.
Foul number 41, Justin Hodgson, his first penalty.
Hawkson called for the fouls, and they're already in the penalty, so to the free throw line is Kirk Reboroso.
Last game, Kirk Reboroso from the free throw area. 6 out of 9, that's 66%. Pretty steady for the big man of the defenders.
And really, Kirk Reboroso's game, nothing flashy, nothing extra, just does everything that's effective.
And that's what you like to see. That's what you want to have from your big. Nothing flashy, just all fundamentally sound, basic moves a la Tim Duncan.
2 minutes 5 in the second quarter. Mike Castillo gives it to Denver.
2 minutes.
Agyowen. Reboroso. They kick it. Left side, Reboroso. Double team, they give it up. Lacanilao, power dribble. And a jump ball going to be called on the interior.
Possession arrow pointing towards the defender side. But how about that defense? We talked about it. Interior defense. They got to be tougher. They got to be stronger.
Haduka steals it. But no, is it going back? No, it is going back the way of the Pao defenders.
Haduka with that last touch, trying to beat Kirk Reboroso to that loose ball.
Coach Marvin Bersalona barking out instructions to his boys. The shovel, the floater. No, Reboroso for the cleanup. And once again, trying to impose their might in the painted area are the Pao defenders. Reboroso has been leading that all throughout this game.
Points in the paint for the defenders, 18 already, 6 for the Guardians. And look at the rebound totals, plus 10. 25 for the defenders, 15 for the Guardians.
And that's what we expected at the start of the game. But one thing, Coach Anton, will it be sustainable for the Guardians to rely on that outside shooting throughout this whole game?
I don't think they have a choice, given the fact that the bigs of the defenders are just too much to contend with in this ball game.
Haduka, double team, they kick it. Hawkson, he's a shooter. Goes over the board though. And Coach Ringo Jimenez wants a timeout. 32-24 is the score. Less than a minute remaining in this ball game, and this Pao defender squad, Coach Anton, really starting to pound inside the paint in this latter part of the second quarter.
And we talked about it, 18 points. And we look at J. Art Haduka versus the sharpshooters, 14 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. What a ball game, what a double-double for this man.
They're gonna need a lot more from J. Art Haduka, but how much can he do on the defensive end? He's just one guy against D-Zone, against Reboroso, against Chua Cheng, against Lacanilao. These are just bigger players. Taking a look at Pagcor. So maraming salamat po to Pagcor, one of our main sponsors here at Sinag Liga. Asya, we've got less than a minute in this first half.
So collective effort, that's what the Guardians need to be able to go and even the score here against the defenders.
Castillo forward. Medina gives it to Chua Cheng, and then Mike going inside. A bit too strong on the floater. Reboroso baseline. One more try for Kirk.
Empty on that possession para dito sa defenders. 3 tries.
Cerdena up top, Kabading. Moving on to the wing. Haduka can't get the friendly bounce. And last shot coming up for this Pao-Defenders team. Lacanilao controls. His team is up by 8 points. Castillo trying to go for the blow-by, but he gets fouled on the rip.
And that's gonna mean free throws para dito sa defenders. And that's why we always say you cannot get beat on defense, because your tendency is gonna try and reach and try to get that steal. And again, 9 out of 10 times, referees are gonna blow their whistle because you are giving them that chance to blow their whistle by reaching in.
But a technical foul is called. Not entirely sure what happened on that sequence. And Haduka called for that technical foul, resentment.
There's a second infraction on resentment to a call for J. Art Haduka. Let's go ahead and check how many team fouls or how many personal fouls he has.
Castillo no good on the technical free throw.
So that's just the first for J. Art Haduka.
Taking a look at the coaching staff of the Pao-Defenders, Coach Ringo Jimenez. 9 seconds. Still a chance for the Guardians. Kabading going hard. 2 seconds left. Haduka has to put it up. And he gets fouled. Medina didn't need to do that. And the referees want a review. They're gonna try and check how much time was left after the foul. But nonetheless, didn't need to foul Haduka on that play. One more time, take a look at this Kabading. Whipping it over. Haduka. Just fouled by Medina on that mid-range attempt. And 0.5 seconds going to be left on the clock. So not sure if that would make a difference for the defenders, if they could even get a shot off in the backcourt. But nonetheless, free throws coming up para dito kay J. Art Haduka. And Haduka, the lefty, off to the right. Chance to cut it down to 8 points. Haduka, no good. And that marks it. The end of our first half. The score, 33-24. The Pao-Defenders up at the end of our first 20 minutes of action. And it's been a good one for us, really trying to pound on the inside are the Pao-Defenders, and joining Flo Del Agua. It's the leading scorer of the first half. Kaya naman Flo, go ahead and take it away.
Tama kayo, gentlemen. Here beside me is the guy who already made 8 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist to give the lead to the Pao-Defenders. Sir Denver, unang tanong ko po sa inyo, dati kapag sinabing Pao-Defenders, it's usually Castillo, Reboroso, pero lately meron pa pong isang apelido na unting-unting umaangat, and that is Lacanilao. Tanong ko po, why have you been so explosive in your previous games?
Well, nakita nyo naman po last 2 games, mga key players po namin halos wala. Nung una si Attorney Kurt Reboroso, ngayon naman si Attorney Nico Javier. Tapos Attorney Dizon wala rin. So, ni-remind lang kami ni Coach na syempre kailangan mo mag-step up. And yun nga, yung last game, never say die yun. Buti, nanalo kami.
Speaking of stepping up, obviously dahil kayo po ang nasa tabi ko ngayon, malaking parte ng lead na ito ay makikredit po sa inyo. But how do you plan to sustain that papasok ng second half?
Well, yun lang, focus lang sa laro. Yun lang naman ang namin, follow yung game plan namin, yung mga plays namin. Kailangan lang masunod lang naman. Yun lang naman ang ni-remind sa amin lagi ni-remind sa amin ni Coach.
Salamat, Sir Denver, at aabangan pa po namin ang performance nyo sa third and fourth quarter. But before that, balik muna sa inyo, gentlemen.
And thanks for that flow at the end of our first half. The score 33-24 in favor of the Pao-Defenders. And taking a look at that first half, Coach Anton, tell us more about that.
You have Kirk Reboroso doing the damage inside, but trying to keep the Guardians afloat. Mark Kevin Espiritu with those 3-pointers, but too much to contend with. Denver Lacanilao inside, getting those offensive rebounds, moving that ball around. J. Art Haduka getting the basket inside. Again, trying to keep the Pcgg Guardians afloat.
And afloat indeed are the Pcgg Guardians, only being down by 9 points at the end of our first half of action.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PACO Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PACO Photography Contest 2025.
Yung pala yun! Yung pala yung
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
Wala magpapasira ng laro. Tayo magpapasira ng laro dyan. Panalunin natin to. Go, go, go. Para sa atin yung game na to. Binibigyan na tayo ng chance ni Lord na para manalo dito. Panalunin na natin. Para sa atin, para sa parents, para kay Lord. Come on, easy, go, go, go. Defensively, everybody got your back. I really want you guys to talk there. Understood? We talk on defense, we keep it loud. We know each other have our back. On the rebound, everybody on the board. All right, everybody on the board. Amen. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category, 50,000 pesos each for mobile category, 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
Magandang gabi mga kasinag. Kaunting pahinga lang from our exciting ball game kung saan sinamahan ako once again ni Attorney Demi Huerta, the team manager of the Pao-Defenders. Alam niyo, Attorney, maraming salamat po dahil lagi niyo po kaming pinapaunlakan dito sa interview. Kanina lang po, pinag-uusapan natin yung panalo niyo against NBI. But before that, nanalo rin po kayo against Bureau of Immigration. Dalawang napakalaking panalo for your team. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa character na napakita ng Pao-Defenders in those wins?
Wala akong masabi doon sa character na yung last two games namin, yung talagang nag-build ng character namin. Naging resilient kami, naging patient kasi yung last game namin talagang di mo akalain na mananalo pa kami. Down by 20 points nung first half. And then siguro mga last two minutes, lamang pa rin ng NBA. Pero yun, nakahabol and eventually nanalo pa. Yeah.
Attorney, dahil nga lagi niyo po akong sinasamahan dito sa halftime, nagiging interesado na po ang mga SLA fans natin sa inyo. Nabanggit niyo po sa akin kanina, naglalaro din po pala kayo ng basketball before. In fact, nag-giveaway lang po kayo sa iba para po dito sa Pao-Defenders. Matanong ko lang po, ano po bang posisyon ang nilalaro niyo before at meron po ba kayong mga signature moves, kumbaga?
Signature? Naglalaro ako ng basketball. Actually, last year nag-Liga si Chief sa office. So, part din ako nung team, isa sa mga teams doon. And then, at the same time, ako din yung nag-organize nung outside ako shooter eh. So, sa 3-point area lang ako tumitira. Yeah.
Attorney, aabangan po namin yan sa mga susunod na season na mapakita niyo po yung skills na yon. Pero bago yan, batiin niyo naman po ang mga sumusuporta sa inyo at sa Pao-Defenders.
Of course, yung number one supporter namin, si Chief Acosta, Chief Persida Virueda Acosta. Thank you po sa pagsuporta sa team at pag-allow sa amin na mag-participate dito sa DOJ Cup. And of course, yung ating mga supporters, yung ating 2,500 public attorneys nationwide na sumusuporta sa atin. And siyempre, yung mom and dad ko nanonood ngayon. So, hello po.
Maraming salamat po. That is Attorney Demi Huerta representing the Pao-Defenders. Pero pagkwentuhan muna natin ang mga ginawa ng dalawang kupunahan mula dito kina Aaron at Coach Anton.
Thanks for that flow at the end of our first 20 minutes of action. The score 33-24. It's a 9-point lead by the Pao-Defenders. Taking a look at our Hotel 101 Global halftime highlights. Coach Anton, take it away.
Julius Carlos getting that three-pointer but not letting up on offense. Etong Pao-Defenders getting that inside bucket, but Mark Espiritu hitting back-to-back three-pointers, but Roy Dizon attacking the paint, reckless abandon, getting that N1 bucket. You see here another three-pointer from Mark Espiritu, waxing hot back in that second quarter, but Roy Dizon will not be denied, still attacking the paint.
And looking at our halftime stats, Coach Anton, tell us more about this.
Looking at the Defenders, 29 rebounds compared to 16 para dito sa Guardians. 9 assists for the Defenders, 6 for the Guardians. Bench points naman, lamang ang Guardians, 14, 13 para sa Defenders.
And sino ba yung gumawa in terms of points in that first half?
No surprise for the Defenders. You have Kirk Reboroso, Denver Lacanilao leading the pack with 9 and 8 apiece. Kevin Groyon and Roy Dizon with 5. Para naman sa PCGG, you have Carlos Espiritu with 6 apiece. J.R. Taduca with 5, Justin Hoxon with 3.
Those were the leading scorers of the first half in this matchup between the PCGG Guardians and the Pao-Defenders. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Flo Del Agua on the court side. And just a 9-point ball game for the Guardians. Short on the three-pointer, and looking at the Pao-Defenders, here comes Reboroso. Pulling it out. The cross-court pass, Groyon. Up top, Castillo, 11 seconds left. Dizon, open look, sticks the jumper.
Nice ball movement, moving that ball from left to right, getting Roy Dizon open. And to start things off, etong Defenders going with that 1-3-1 defense.
And a good start para kay Roy Christopher Dizon, finally getting a mid-range jumper to go struggling with his touch from the free throw line earlier. Carlos, 7 seconds to shoot. Kabading going all the way around for the turnover.
So that defense for the side of the Defenders working wonders right now. 1-3-1, making it difficult para dito sa Guardians to get their offense going.
Cross court, Groyon, dump it, Reboroso, open look, Castillo too strong. And it's gonna be a foul on Ligayu.
Ligayu getting caught pushing off on that offensive rebound try.
11-point lead for the Pao-Defenders. And earlier, Coach Anton, we saw the PCGG Guardians. What kept them afloat in that first half? It was their outside shooting. Can they continue and sustain that type of shooting in the second half?
Well, it looks like the Defenders have adjusted to that three-point shooting netong Guardians.
In and out on the three. A steal by Kabading. The pull-up pop. Hits all board, but the putback is good by Mangilit.
Right place at the right time. Paul Mangilit getting that offensive rebound and the stick back.
Castillo. And that's the second time a Pao-Defenders player gets fouled with a three-point attempt.
Those are the types of fouls that are going to make you scratch your head.
But looking at it one more time, the putback by Ramon Mangilit.
Here on the other end, you have attorney Mike Castillo shooting 3 free throws in their last game. We talked about it on Triple Double Watch. Mike Castillo, 2 out of 4 from the free throw line, 50%.
And for a player like Mike Castillo, being able to get that many rebounds at his height really just shows how much effort he gave in that last one.
It's not about the height, but the heart of a player. And attorney Mike Castillo obviously has a lot of that. Big heart to be able to get those offensive and defensive rebounds.
37-26, Kabading has been ineffective in shooting the ball from the outside. Gives it to Carlos. 6 seconds left. The kick, Kabading. Going left. One-legged floater, still can't get it. Gets it back anyway, and it's gonna stay with them. Reboroso going to be called for that foul.
Getting caught off guard from behind. Kabading getting that steal from Kirk Reboroso. Bit of a frustration foul for attorney Kirk Reboroso.
Inbound, Haduka has it. That ball is tapped. 37-26, less than 7 minutes in this third quarter. Balilia, lefty jumper, it's pure.
Nice shot, nice move. Balilia getting that 2-point bucket.
Dizon, low rip, window reverse. What a finish.
Using his left hand at that.
Kabading double teamed. He gets it back. Gives it corner, baseline attack. Haduka and Reboroso. Another foul for him in this quarter.
Picking up the foul, Kurt Reboroso. That's his second.
Check out the lakas move of the quarter, brought to you by PACO. Slicing into the lane, Roy Christopher Dizon. And Haduka with a chance to make it a 10-point game once again. Excuse me, make it a 9-point game, but no. Dizon rebounds, here we go. Downhill attack by Dizon and an offensive foul called. Roy Christopher can't believe it.
As he foul on grade 1, Roy Dizon, his first 14 fouls.
Checking it out one more time. Referees calling an offensive foul on that bump with Kabading.
Roy Dizon not happy with that call. He says he already passed that ball and he was actually moving away from the defender.
Guerzon replacing Kabading. Haduka, 9 seconds left. Whips it around, but Mangilit can't catch it.
Nice try by J. Art Haduka to get his teammates involved, just couldn't handle that pass.
Castillo gets fouled by Carlos.
Julius Carlos, going to be his second personal foul.
Dizon, hand it off. Double teamed. It's a steal. Guerzon pushing it. Dizon takes it right back and gets tripped up.
Guerzon wanted to get that ball from Roy Dizon.
Tahon entering the game, replacing Ligayu as well as Medina for Groyon. Tahon, turnover on the part of the defenders. And once again, giving another chance to the Guardians to cut it down to a single-point ball game, less than 5 in this third quarter.
Miscommunication there by Mike Castillo and Marlo Tahon. You see attorney Mike Castillo telling Marlo Tahon to come closer to the middle to be able to receive that pass.
Jesse Thompson for Mark Liga.
And we've got an update from courtside. Miss Flo Delago was able to talk to J. Art Haduka of the Pcgg Guardians. Go ahead, Flo.
Haduka has been leading the white shirts so far, but when I asked him earlier, he told me hindi ako ang main man. In fact, he never felt for a second that he was the Guardian's star player. His performances, ikanya, produkto na lang ng pag-maximize niya with this opportunity dahil sa tagal niya daw na naglalaro, ito na ang pinakamataas na liga na narating niya. And his biggest growth is learning how to be more professional dahil dito daw, bawal na yung mainitin ng ulo. Do you agree, guys?
And definitely bawal nga yung mainitin yung ulo, but J. Art Haduka earlier getting a warning for a resentment to that call.
Well, nobody's perfect. Of course, basketball, it's a game that's going to be full of emotions. So minsan, nadadala ka lang din ng emosyon.
And nonetheless, Haduka really performing for his team. Not just in this game, but as well as in their last one. As we mentioned, a double-double performance para kay Haduka with 14 and 14.
But in this game, J. Art Haduka only with 6 points and 3 rebounds so far.
Whip it inside. Medina can't finish. Chua Cheng turning trash into cash.
Just too strong, just too big. That's Francis Chua Cheng getting that bucket.
The lakas moment of the quarter brought to you by PACO. Chua Cheng, offensive board, the putback plus the foul through the contact. And Medina wants the flop. Clearly, you could see him telling the referee it was a flop, but to no avail, the referee calling that foul.
That's going to be free throws for the side of the Guardians as the defenders are over the limit.
41-30, 11 points with 4 minutes and 4 in this third period. Our final game of this Thursday evening, Mangilit 0 out of 2. Tahon has it, pushing it up the court. No good para kay Tahon. Carlos behind the back. Gerzon gets it. Going to the middle and then he gives it. Tahon with a steal. Forward pass and Castillo finishes the rest.
Great steal, great pass. Marlo Tahon giving it up to Mike Castillo with some wizardry there in that fast break.
Mangilit not looking, getting it back. Throws up a wild one. And Lacanilao is going to set it. Instead, it's a forward pass. Haduka intercepts, but it's going to stay with the defenders.
Nice idea for Denver Lacanilao to award Marlo Tahon with that pass.
And Tahon, speaking of that pass, the lakas play of the quarter brought to you by PACO. Tahon, the steal, the pass, and Castillo with the finish. Bounce it inside, Lacanilao gets it to go.
Getting position underneath, muscling his way up there, get the 2 points. Denver Lacanilao starting to put points on the board para dito sa defenders.
3 minutes, 15-point lead. Pcgg need an answer back in Cavading. The fishing expedition gets the foul drawn. Bagyoen for Castillo and Cabading. On the line, still struggling with a shot from the outside.
Jim Andre Cabading, 10 points in their last game. Shot 4 out of 11, that's 36% from the field.
Bagyoen bounce it. Tahon attack it and score it.
Nice pass, nice move, nice finish for Marlo Tahon.
Up top, Cabading. Espiritu, the fake, the drive, and the steal.
Marcus Espiritu passing it to no one in that offensive set.
Left side, Bagyoen. Give it up. Lacanilao, the kick. Tahon, open corner. Book it for 3. Tahon with an excellent third quarter. Putting his team up 50-31, a 19-point lead by the Pao-Defenders with 2 minutes and 15 in this third period. Check out our social media pages at Sinag Liga Asya, Facebook and Instagram. That's where you can find everything you need to know about Sinag Liga Asya. But taking a look at Tahon, ever since his entry in this third quarter, leading the run and really making his mark for the Pao-Defenders, extending that lead, 19 points for them. And could it be the headband, Coach Anton?
Could be, and remember, he made an impact on defense as well, getting that steal and that pass for that Mike Castillo finish, then getting 5 straight points for his team.
Espiritu throws it up. No. Lacanilao. Rebound and control. A minute and 50. Denver give it up inside. Easily telegraphed by Espiritu. Cabading pulling up. In and out.
Lucky break there for the Guardians. Last touches on the defenders. They're going to keep the possession.
Cabading once again. 10 seconds shot clock. Another three-pointer. And this time he swishes it.
Even asking for a foul. That's Jim Andre Cabading knocking down that top of the key three.
16-point lead. Bagyowen bounce it. Medina. Pressured by Cabading. Give it up. Lacanilao right side. Bagyowen. 5 seconds left. It's gonna stay with the defenders. Only 3 on the shot clock.
Shot clock, 3 seconds. 3 seconds to shoot.
And gonna be a quick one for the defenders. Who will it go to? Lob it up inside. Lacanilao. Heavily defended. It's a turnover.
That double team collapsing on Denver Lacanilao on that offensive set.
Hoxon, a miscommunication between him and Cabading. 45 in this third quarter. Bagyowen inside, Cheng. Chua Cheng rejected by Dumakit. One more, the fake, another fake. And Lacanilao going back to the free throw line.
Too strong to contend with is Denver Lacanilao para dito sa Guardians.
Lacanilao inside. A lot of traffic forcing up the shot, and the referees just had to blow their whistle off that contact. And Lacanilao really a complete player for this Pao-Defenders team. Can bring the ball down, can shoot those mid-range jumpers, can drive inside.
Can defend inside as well. Also get those offensive and defensive rebounds. You got a total package on Denver Lacanilao.
About a 4-second differential shot clock, game clock. Cabading, pick and pop, Dumakit short. Bagyowen, they've got 10 seconds. Give it up, Medina, elbow jumper, no. Chua Cheng sticks it back in. 2 seconds left, they don't even get the inbound. And that ends it for our third quarter. It was all Pao-Defenders in this third period. Lacanilao, Pahon, and the defenders really taking control in this third, Coach Anton.
Making sure that the absence of Kirk Rebroso with those fouls not going to be felt by the defenders. You said it, Denver Lacanilao, Marlo Tahon, Francis Chua Cheng, all conspiring to score points in bunches para dito sa Pao-Defenders. That's why they have this lead right now.
53-34 is the score. The Pao-Defenders are up big time at the end of our third period. Would like to thank Okada Manila. Maraming salamat po to Okada Manila, one of our main sponsors here at Sinag Liga Asya. In our fourth quarter, just about to tip off, and taking a look at the fans in attendance supporting the Pcgg Guardians.
Fourth quarter.
Reboroso receives. Castillo floats it in, scores it. Once again, Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes. And Miss Flo Del Agua on the sidelines as our courtside reporter. And it's The PCGG Guardians only one win in this tournament versus the Pao-Defenders. Only one loss with 5 wins. Can they come up with a comeback? Or will the Defenders move on to their 6th W of this tournament?
You see the Pao Defenders up in arms on that foul as the slot referee calls that on Roy Dizon. They're wondering what the baseline referee was doing. Why was he not able to go and see that foul? Instead, the slot referee called for that.
Checking that out once again on the inside. Roy Christopher getting the rebound, and it's going the way of the Defenders.
The game reset. The Guardians shooting 30% from the field. The Defenders 41%. 3 points, 6 out of 21 for the Guardians, 28%. 1 out of 5 for the Defenders. Oh, make that 2 out of 6 for the Defenders.
What a quick
Castillo.
shot. Castillo just pulling up and making it rain. He gets a steal. Pushing it up the court. You know he wants this one. He takes it. And it's short. It's going back the way of the Defenders, but Mike Castillo, that's the Mike Castillo I know, pulling up for 3 just like that.
Is that what he does in your pickup runs in Alabang Hills?
Yeah, that's the Mike Castillo of Alabang Hills in San Beda, Alabang.
There you go, attorney Mike Castillo.
Ramon Mangilit Jr. to replace Dumakit. Excuse me, no. Mangilit going in. Mangilit going in for Haduka, and Dumakita staying into the game, excuse me. Reboroso carving space on the interior.
And tough task for these Guardians to guard Kirk Reboroso.
3-pointer, no. Reboroso boards it. Kevin Cross-Groyon gets it. The quick spin by Castillo. The glass is falling off. Throws it to the sidelines, but Reboroso going in. One more chance. Reboroso still can't get it. And Castillo looks like his glasses got hit.
I think that spin move ended up damaging his specs.
What a spin by Mike Castillo. A bit too much sauce. Luckily, he is okay. Mike Castillo. 60-35. Nabanggit nga ni Mike Castillo, naiwan yun sa lamin niya sa spin
Naiwan
move.
talaga sa spin move. Ganun kalakas yun.
But still, we've got 7 minutes and 58 seconds in this game. The Pao-Defenders in full control in our final period. Back after that timeout, Mike Castillo and his glasses are okay. Just for anyone wondering.
Apparently, he's able to put them back together. Naiwan nga daw sa spin move. Sa sobrang lakas.
Carlos triple, no. Dizon has it. Brings it down. Tries to thread the needle to Reboroso, but it's just a bit too low.
Had the right idea, right intention, just a bit too low for Kirk Reboroso.
Kabading throws up a prayer. Here comes Mike Castillo. Kick it, corner, Groyon, he's a shooter. And he shows us why.
Nice pass by Mike Castillo to the corner for Groyon for that 3-ball, uncontested, hand down, man down.
Carlos, give it to the middle. Mangilit, kick it. Hoxon answering back. No. Forward to Kevin Groyon. Does he want the pull-up pop? The hezi, the drive. Ligayu getting the field goal.
Great offensive rebound, Ligayu following that shot of Groyon.
Kabading, really never gun shy itong si Jim Andre Kabading. And he's got the green light para kay Coach Marvin Barcelona.
And we saw that earlier, he can knock down those three-pointers. He was able to get a three-pointer from the top of the key. Jim Andre Kabading.
Baseline inbound, Kabading. Right side. Cross court. Up top, Kabading. Right side once again. Haduka, no. Forward. Mike Castillo, lob it up. Reboroso, no. Forward pass. Haduka, can he save it? Going baseline, the handoff inside, and they get it off the glass.
Nice drive, nice drop off at the last minute for Haduka.
Inside, Reboroso, quick answer back.
13 points, 12 rebounds for Kirk Reboroso in the ball game.
30-point lead. Cerdena. Up top, Kabading. The throwaway to the corner. 2-point bucket, no. Castillo with the cross. The kick, Groyon open, connects.
And that gives Mike Castillo a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, but Groyon getting those back-to-back three-pointers now with 11 points.
Kabading three-pointer, it's off. Rebounded by Villacruzes. Kabading. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Haduka. The Guardians need to go quickly. Cerdena, one-hander. Still can't get it.
Troy Dizon pulling down his 6th rebound of the ball game.
Cross court. Groyon open. Would have been 3 in a row para kay Kevin Groyon. Instead, Reboroso going for the baseline finish. And put him up by even more. The Pao-Defenders just having fun right now. 72-37 with less than 5 minutes in this 4th and final period. Denver Lacanilao, Coach Anton, always a positive force for his team.
11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Look at that composure, getting the bump and the bucket. Denver Lacanilao in this ball game. Again, having a heyday. And what a game he's had. Continuing where he left off from last game.
And less than 5 minutes remaining here. Looking like a done deal for the defenders. Chua Cheng tries to dive on the ground. And not someone you'd want to dive with and try to compete for that loose ball.
Too big, too strong. That's Francis Chua Cheng.
Just get out the way when Chua Cheng tries to slide on the floor. 10-second shot clock. Gerzon penetrates. Cajon really led that run of the Pao defenders in that 3rd quarter. Medina. Mike. They move it around. Cajon open. Got it. Hits a 3.
Marlo Tajon getting his 3rd three-pointer of the ball game. That gives him 8 points. Sorry, second 3-point of the ball game gives him 8 points today with 1 assist.
Cardenia. Give it up, Hoxon. The fake, the drive. Short. And he can't save it. It's going the way of Pao.
Things just not going the way for the Guardians as the defenders running away with this ball game. They've gone cold. Talking about the Guardians today. Only getting 13 points so far here in the second half of play.
75-37. Bagyoen bounce it. Groyon, give it back. Tahon, another one. Off to the right. Cardenia rebounds and pushes it. Throws it. Left side, Balilia, lefty 3. Airmails that shot. Tahon running the floor and getting an open look on the interior.
A nice pass from his teammate. Nice transition offense being shown here by the defenders late in the game.
40-point lead. 2 minutes and 5. Inside, Mangilit. Denied by Chua Cheng.
So the offense of the Guardians just shooting blanks at this point. 22-3 run for the defenders in today's ball game.
Balilia off that baseline.
Make that 22-5 now for the Guardians.
1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. Bagyoen going in, and then they go out. Kevin Groyon. Bounce it inside. Chua Cheng up. Bagyoen. Look at the ball movement from the defenders. And then they find the sneaking Chua Cheng.
He just lost that ball, but Francis Chua Cheng at the right place at the right time, getting that loose ball para dito sa defenders.
Cardenia, it's off. Groyon to push it up the court. 4-on-1 fast break. Bagyoen lob it up. And the finish. And with a lead this big, the Pao defenders going to be heading to their 6th win of the tournament. Hoxon for the 3. They get it back. J. Art hands it off. Mangilit off on the deuce. Meanwhile, this PCGG Guardians team going to stay at just a lone win. Balilia corner. Hoxon with the deuce, still off for the Guardians.
So just the finishing touches here para dito sa defenders. They're just gonna get this point, and that's gonna be it. They're gonna be running out the clock for the Guardians.
And that marks it with just about 5 seconds remaining. The Pao defenders getting a win after that big one over the NBI Sharpshooters. Meanwhile, the PCGG Guardians losing in their last one versus the NBI Sharpshooters, and they lose another one against this Pao Defenders team. Really doing a good job on the interior, on their fast break attack. And what a game it's been for them. Really clicking on all cylinders for this Pao Defender squad. A big victory, 83-39. Really coming up with the victory toward that latter part of our second half. Kaya naman, let's give it over to Ms. Flo Del Agua for the interview with the best players of the game.
Best players indeed, dahil nga big victory ang Pao Defenders ngayon, hindi nakapili ang team natin kung sinong best players. Here with me are our 2 SLA DOJ Okada Manila best players of the game, Attorney Mike Castillo and Attorney Kirk Reboroso, with both double-double performances. Congratulations po to you both. Attorney Mike, unahin na po kita. 12 points, 11 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal again. double-double na naman po, just like your usual performance. When you look at your previous wins, the other two were milestone wins for you guys. This one is a very dominating one. What does this say about the capability of Pao-Defenders po?
Doon lang nakikita yung resilience namin as a team and tiwala as a team, yung teamwork, chemistry, and patuloy na kami na naglalaro ng within the system.
Attorney Mike, this is a long-deserved player of the game for you. Batiin niyo naman po ang mga sumusuporta sa inyo sa ating live stream.
Unang-una gusto ko magpasalamat sa panalo na to. And sa aming Chief Public Attorney na si Dr. Pcgg Acosta, sa family ko, Mami Mia, Daddy Joseph, Machu, Castillo family, Cabrera family, girlfriend ko si Nicole, Alejara family, and Pao Manila, aming mga boss po. Thank you.
Salamat, Attorney. Kayo naman po, Attorney Kirk, alam niyo po, hindi na po ako nagugulat every time na nagkakasama tayo dito. Another double-double performance from you. 15 points, 14 rebounds, an assist, and a block. Napakadami na po nang napatunayan yung eliminations, pero kumakatok na po ang playoffs unti-unti, Attorney. Have you been starting to prepare for that?
Yes po. Actually, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung practice namin. Twice a week, minsan thrice a week. Talagang pinag-aandaan namin kasi nga malalakas po yung kalaban namin. Kaya bago pa mag-playoffs, dapat sobrang handa na kami. At saka kanya-kanya kaming pupunta kami sa conditioning, pupunta kami sa gym, mag-usap-usap kami, o sabay-sabay na lang tayo, mag-gym tayo sa ganito. Yun lang po, yun lang.
Salamat, Attorney. Kayo naman po, batiin niyo naman po ang sumusuporta sa isang Attorney Kirk Reboroso.
Binabati ko po yung wife ko, dyan po nanonood, si Con, yung family ko po sa bahay, at si Reboroso family sa Ilocos, tapos Pao, at sa Chief Public Attorney, Pcgg Acosta, kay Boss Mardon, kay Boss Demir, Boss Pats, at saka mga Pao Manila po, at saka mga nanonood po. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Attorney Kirk and Attorney Mike Castillo, our players of the game. And to conclude our game day ngayong araw, balik muna sa inyo, gentlemen.
And a congratulations to our Okada Manila best players of the game, Mike Castillo and Kirk Reboroso. Castillo with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 11 assists, and a steal. Meanwhile, Reboroso with 15 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. Both of them having double-doubles in this game. And Coach Anton, after 2 games for today, I would just like to say a thank you for joining us and joining everyone here to help us analyze the game better. So maraming salamat, Coach Anton, for these 2 games.
Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure to cover these games for Sinag, Liga, Asya, DOJ Interagency Secretaries Cup.
And always a good match dito in our DOJ Interagency Cup. Our final score, 83-39. The Pao-Defenders coming up with a victory. Kaya naman, just stay updated with our social media pages for more updates on the schedules of the next games. And that concludes it. For Coach Anton de los Reyes, Ms. Flo Del Agua, Direk Nomar Santiago, Direk Mike Danan, Direk Billy De Leon, Direk Boyet Roa, and the countless others involved behind the scenes in Sinag, Liga, Asya. The name is Aaron D. Deeply honored to have guided you through today's action, saying see you later from the city of Mandaluyong.